All right, so this is recording number 2 today. I actually just did a recording. I was teaching somebody else how to manage a WordPress site, um, and with this recording, there is also a phone call going on that whoever's watching this right now won't be able to know about because it's going on my phone, not my computer. All right, so the first step. Let me get to this first, and then we'll talk about what's going on. The first step that we need to go over is anytime you're going to add a document to the Teamsite content management system, the file name of that document cannot have any spaces in it. So either so like OCLA space outreach space team space contact space sheet, that's not okay because the content management system will kick that out. It won't allow it. So basically what you have to do is put dashes or underscores for each one. Yeah, well, I'm just going to put dashes. I don't really care either. It's not going to show up as OCLA outreach team contact sheet January 7th. That's the name of the file, but we can change the text that shows up in the hyperlink to only be like a very short something or other so that you don't have people reading this entire long thing unnecessarily. So I just put dashes in between each space, and I'm the oversight CROs.docx is I just noticed I had a Pinewood Derby supplies list that I left on my folder or in my desktop. Now I'm screen recording it. That's awesome. Uh, well, yeah. Pinewood Derby supply list. Yeah, I was jotting down a quick list of things that I had to buy for Pinewood Derby cars because I'm making them with my kids, and I was like, oh, well, I'll just broadcast this to the world. I wrote down a list of Pinewood Derby. Yeah. So yeah. All right. Well, so I've changed the file name for that document, so that's ready to go. Now the first step in managing your site is, or well, in doing uploading or getting this content on your site is I got to upload these files. So I'm in Teamsite right now. You can't see it because, well, you know, you can't see my screen right now. But you'll be able to watch this after the fact. I'm gonna open. What's that? No, I wish I could, but my link doesn't work. So, because I'm on a Mac and I'm running Citrix, but I'm doing all the work outside of Citrix. It's a pain. It's really a pain. So what I'm gonna do is I have the OCA folder open, and then I go into the docs. I'm going into the docs folder, and I'm gonna upload those documents into the docs folder if that's okay with you. Alrighty. So I open this more thing that you can't see and click import, and it opens up a new window. And it waits for a Java applet thingy to load. And once that happens, I will be able to navigate to the files that I want to upload, and then upload them. Continue. Sorry, I'm kind of narrating what I'm doing in case anybody else wants to watch this. All right, and so now I go down to my computer. My setup here is a little different because I'm using a Mac connected through a tool called Parallels. So yours is probably just going to be like my computer, whereas mine is my computer, Z, and then documents, and then all this other stuff. But so you're just going to have to navigate to stuff on your own desktop. Oh, I went to the wrong place. Documents, maybe documents. Probably documents. Documents. No. Yeah, it is more difficult than it. There we go. Desktop. Sorry, that was harder than it needed to be. All right, so I want OCLA outreach team contact sheet January 17th and oversight CROs.docx. Come on, there we go. All right, so I double click them both, and they're both added to the little panel on the bottom here. And then once I got them both added there, I click import, and they will show up. They're currently uploading, and then they're going to show up in your docs file, or docs folder. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's all inside of Teamsite. And then in the future, if you ever need to do any of this other stuff again, you can refer back to this video and see like what is Dom talking about. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, cool. But oh, and a quick tip, a pro tip here: you can watch these videos at 2x speed and get through them a lot faster. That's what I do anytime I'm watching, because I watch a lot of YouTube videos to like learn how to do stuff around the house and whatnot, and I'm just like, you guys talk so slow. I need to, I got work to do. Like, let's get through it. Yeah. So okay, once you've imported them, that's the first step. You've imported them, and they're now in the docs folder. But the next step is going to be you have to publish them. Now, this is the point at which if you had spaces in the file name, it's going to tell you, like after you try to publish it, it's going to tell you, no, go back and take all these spaces out. You can actually rename them inside of the Teamsite content management system. I believe if you right click, you can go down to rename, and then you can remove the spaces or add dashes or whatever at that point. But if you tried to publish them with spaces in it, it's going to tell you that you're wrong. So now I highlight them both and I click publish, and a new window pops up here. And normally it's there's something called operations review workflow. It's automatically selected, and that's the one I just go with the default. There's content and operations review workflow underneath it. Usually you use that if you want to have somebody review your work. So if you like have a web manager who allows you to update content, but they want to see what you're doing so that you don't break the website, well, that's what that's for. But I usually leave the default number 1 selected, and you'll be able to see that when you watch the video. And then I click next, and it goes to another screen, and it lets me add notes and stuff. And then you always have to submit. I think it's a mandatory. You have to add comments. I just add, uploaded documents. The reason that they have this here is so that you can you're supposed to add comments whenever you update a website, and that way somebody can go back after the fact and see what it is. They could look at your comments and see what you changed, so that they can, if you break it, maybe they can glean some insight as to how to unscrew whatever you screwed up. So then so I just submitted those documents. Now, it does take about 5 minutes or so before the documents or any changes that you make inside of Teamsite to go over to the live production server. So there, and I know I just used one of those words that you're probably referring to, production server. Basically, in order for it to show up live on the website, you have to give it a couple minutes. Anytime you make a change, it takes like 5 minutes or so before what you just changed to show up on the website for a visitor. Something like that, yeah. And then you're going to receive an email saying, in the meantime, you're going to receive an email telling you the status of what you did. So I just got an email that says that, let's see, successful promotion of OCA internet files, which is a good thing. It means I just promoted them to the production server, and now give it about 5 minutes or so, and it's going to show up on the website. But in the meantime, what I can do is I can start updating or creating links to these documents. So well, I'm going to be creating even more links in the near future. Well, I'm going to probably be modifying the links that you already have. So let's see. I've got your website open up here, and maybe you can try to explain to me what's changing so that I can get a feel. Oversight and outreach. Got it. Those were PDFs before. Now they're going to be documents, .doc. Okay. What? No, you sent me Word documents. The ones that were up there before are PDFs. I don't know. So what do you want on your website? It's up to you what you want. But I've already uploaded them to Teamsite as Word documents. I will say that it's a generally accepted practice to use PDFs because, for one thing, it's free. Like PDF viewers are free. So if you don't have Microsoft Word, if you haven't paid for it, all right. So you want them to be PDFs. I don't suppose you've remediated these PDFs for 508 compliance yet. Fine. Okay. Well, let's see. File, save as Adobe PDF. Or let's see. CLA outreach team. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to give it a cursory accessibility here. Let me do a full check. I'm going to do an auto tag, and oh my gosh, that's so many problems. I just auto tagged it. Let me do another full check. Start checking. 4 issues. What? Primary language failed. I can fix that. Needs to be English. Title failed. What are we calling this? Go to File. Here. I'm actually giving you a crash course on 508 remediation right now. I didn't intend to do this. Properties. You always want to put a title on the property or on the file. So we're going to call this, what is this called? This is OCLA Outreach Team Contact Sheet. OCLA Outreach Team Contact Sheet. All right, so one of the reasons that you want to put a title sheet or title on these things when you're remediating them is because if somebody's blind, they can't read your file name, and if there's no title, then that's what they're going to have to listen to with the screen reading software is OCLA-outreach-team-contact-sheet-January17.pdf. Well, maybe make it a little bit nicer for them, so it's an easy fix. Now there's also alternative text issues, which I'm going to go in here. Oh, man, so many pictures. All right, let me fix them. This is the VA seal. Next, VA seal again for some reason. VA seal. Next. More VA seals. VA seal. Next. VA seal. And finally, map of stuff. What is this map? My VA district map. Now, generally, I would be a little bit more descriptive, but I don't really have time right now. All right. Oh, what's crazy about this? I think I made this map. I might have. I made something similar to it at least for the Visa website. I think I did something along these lines. But that's interesting. That's a little. All right. So actually, you are now passing a full check. Let me check one more time. Start checking. All right. Now you have a properly 508 remediated document, at least according to the Adobe checker. I suppose I could go in here and do. I don't have time for this. Anyway, so it's good for now. Good enough. All right, so that was the OCLA Outreach Team Contact Sheet, and let's try the other one, was Oversight CROs. Please let it be a small document, please. Wow. Yeah, all right, let's give it a shot. File, save as Adobe PDF. Oversight CROs. Boom, there it is. Okay, go to the accessibility checker, run an auto tag. Okay, do a full check, start checking. Yape. What we got? Navigation links. Manual check. Alright, primary language, fix it. English, okay. Title failed, fix. Sorry. It's a picture of me and my wife kissing. I accidentally showed screen. It was my screen background was a picture that we took for family photos for Christmas. Oh, this is fun. This is loads of fun. All right, properties. I'm gonna go in here. What is the actual? What do you call this document other than CROs oversight CROs.docx? oversight contact sheet. Alright, so I'm going to call it the oversight contact sheet. Okay. What else do we got here? Color contrast, I think it's good. It's black on white with blue links. So page content, what's that? That's the navigation links, needs a manual check. Otherwise good to go. Tables, oh no. What's wrong with the tables? I don't know. No time. Figures, alt text. Yeah, well, unfortunately, yeah, well, we'll see. All right, VA seal. I'm going to go ahead and copy the VA seal text this time so I can just paste it everywhere because it is everywhere. VA seal. Wait, no. VA seal. VA seal. And what is this map called? My VA regional map. Oop, not MP, map. MAP. Save and close. Ah, wait. There's two. What is this? Fix. Okay. VA seal. Oh, not seek. Seal. And again, my VA regional map. Not sure why it didn't take the first time, but we're good to go now. I'm not really sure what's up with the headers in the tables just now, to be honest with you. I don't really have time to do that. Well, they're fine for someone who can see. We'll probably want to go back. Maybe you can hit up the 508 office and see if they can help you fix that. I don't really have time right now to do it. But okay, other than those two table headers, this thing is good to go for now. Nah, not right now, because I just closed the document, and also I'd have to edit it in Adobe Photo or in Adobe Acrobat. Anyway, all right. So now next step, I'm going to go to the wrong folder, and let's see. All right, now I'm going to remove the documents that I just uploaded. So here's a little training on how to delete stuff. Looks like you can only do it one at a time, unfortunately. All right, so you highlight the document that you want to remove and select the More button and go down to Delete. Then push. Are you sure you want to delete this file? Yes. Yes, I do. Hold on a second. Somebody's trying to chat at me for some reason. All right. Well, we're waiting for the content management system to finish deleting. Now, when you delete something, it kind of like puts it in a holding pattern to be deleted. So I'm going to do all the ones that I want to have deleted real quick. So I'm going to select the second one that I want to delete, click More, go to Delete. The first one is not officially gone yet. It's kind of waiting for me to do one other thing, and I'll tell you what that is as soon as I get the other one ready to go. So waiting for the page to reload again. Right. So now that we've got these two documents, they're kind of like I said, they're marked for deletion, so they're kind of in a holding pattern. Now what you got to do is publish the change. So it's marked for deletion. You select them both and you click Publish, and it's going to open up the same workflow window and say, select a workflow. I always leave the default because I don't want somebody else to. I don't need anybody to review what I've done. I just wield my powers with reckless abandon, and I'm just going to go ahead and delete stuff right now. So, deleting documents. Just a general note, because I really don't care. Alright, so I've deleted them. Now, if I refresh the docs folder, they should be gone. And they are. So now, I'm going to go to More, and I'm going to go to Import, and now I'm going to import the PDF versions of the same documents that I just deleted. Also, I just got an email from Teamsite saying, hey, guess what? You were successful in deleting those documents. Successful promotion. Yeah. All right, so now I had to go back to my desktop, which is my computer, Z desktop, and now try to find those oversight CROs PDF and OCLA outreach team contact sheet PDF. Import. It's now importing. Do I want to overwrite? Ooh. Seriously? So wait, you already had documents named those exact names? No, what I'm saying is, okay, so I'm trying to import these documents, and apparently oversight CROs already exists. So is that the old one? Oh, well, I'll tell you what. This makes at least the oversight CROs one actually a bit easier. Hold on, let me check. Oversight contact sheet is OCA/docs/oversight CROs. Yeah, but what I'm saying is because you already have that oversight CROs PDF in Teamsite, if I overwrite it right now, then you're going to automatically have the most up-to-date ones already linked to on the homepage or on the page. So you don't have to change the hyperlink. As long as you name it the same thing as it used to be named, it's good to go. In fact, question, let me check. What's the other one called? Contact sheet, outreach contact sheet. Ooh, do you want me to just upload it as the same name as the old one, and then I don't have to change the hyperlinks? Yeah, all right. All right, I'll do that. Okay, so got it. Okay, so for our oversight contact sheet, the oversight CROs.pdf file, I'm going to overwrite that one, so you don't need to change that hyperlink. I'm going to go ahead and overwrite it. But for the other one, you'll want to, we're going to go ahead and do the hyperlink. So, the file oversight CROs.pdf you are importing already exists. Do you wish to overwrite it? Why, yes. Yes, I do. And so it's overwriting as we speak. It's taking its sweet time doing so. All right, OCLA-outreach-team-contact-sheet-January 17 is currently importing. My cat is meowing. Nice. All right, so I've got them both imported, and I'm going to publish the changes, or publish them. So as I mentioned earlier, when you publish it, that's what puts it, sends it over to the production server, basically makes it live on the internet. Right now, you're just uploading it to like a staging location, like a little holding cell, and then when you click publish, it's like, hey, you're free. Go out and live on the internet. All right, so I'm gonna say uploading documents. Just to point out here, you can't see this yet, but when you watch the video, you'll understand. There's a section here where I can put comments on each file that I upload. I'm not going to do that. All I need to do really is put the the general comment. So now I'm submitting this push, and I should get an email saying I have successfully published documents. So hold on. Refresh this page, and yes, indeed, these documents are now in here. All right, so now we need to update a hyperlink that's on the home page. Now, one of the things that I tend to do, well, I'm going to show you something here. Let me get text edit open, text edit, and then I'll get Firefox open. Now we're updating the outreach contact sheet, right? So I'm gonna right click it and copy the link location. Go to text edit, and I want to show you the link says http://www.va.gov/oca, which is like that's your subdirectory, /docs, which is the folder where all your docs are, and then /outreachfc.pdf. That's the old file. Now you are going to be changing this to the new file, and the new file is called ocla-outreach-team-contact-sheet-january17.pdf. So I'm going to copy that file name, but the file path to that document is going to be the same because it's in your docs folder. So let me file format text, make plain text. Yes, convert this document to plain text. Yay! All right. So you'll be able to see this on the video, of course. Probably don't need to keep saying that, but so what I'm doing here is I'm basically just deleting the word outreach or the file name outreachfc.pdf, and I'm replacing that with ocla-outreach-team-contact-sheet-january17.pdf. And so everything else leading up to that, everything from http ://www.va.gov/oca/docs/ that doesn't change at all. That's going to stay the same. So when you're editing hyperlinks and you're trying to get to a file in your docs folder, that file, all the stuff in front of the file name is going to be the same as any other file in your docs folder. So you can go to your home page and find something else that's on your docs folder, copy the hyperlink, and then just keep the stuff all the way up till docs and the /, and then change the file name that you're putting in. And so in this case, we just put in ocla-outreach-team, this whole thing. And so now I have that just standing by. I can go in and update the home page where the hyperlink exists. The home page is typically on a website is index. It's either index or default. In your case, I believe it's index. Now you have two files in here, index.htm and index.asp. I've never touched your website before, but it is my belief that index.asp is the file that you're going to need to work on. So I'm going to click index.asp and click edit and see what happens. Now, I'm not sure if yours is a files-based or a forms-based. Forms. Ooh, even easier for you. Cool. All right. Files-based or forms-based? A files-based website or web page is one where you have to download the page and open it up in a text editor and then make edits to the source code and then save those edits and upload them and then publish them. A forms-based page, at least this is how it exists in Teamsite for the VA. A forms-based page is one that kind of presents more like a Microsoft Word document, to be honest with you. Basically, a forms-based page, it uses something called a "what you see is what you get" editor. So it's so the shortened version of that is called WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get, and basically it's kind of like it looks a little bit like a Microsoft Word document, except though it's one that's broken into sections. Now the section that you want is the one that has all the hyperlinks in it at the bottom, right? So the outreach contact sheet is the one that we're changing, and it's going to be actually kind of easy, to be honest with you. So you'll see this in the video, but you can highlight this. I'm not seeing. Oh, I am seeing. Okay, so highlight the link, and then there's a button over here, which you will see. One here is to remove the link if you want to just get rid of a link. The other here is to insert or edit the link. So I want to edit that link with the new one that I just built. So I click edit the link, and currently it's looking for /oca/docs/outreach.pdf. In fact, it has a little file finder in here. Oh my gosh, this makes it super easy for you. I'm gonna try it out. I've never really, I don't really do this here, but all right. So it opened up your subdirectories here. OCA is one of them. So I'm gonna click into OCA, and I know that I'm trying to get down to the docs folder. I wonder if I have to double click that. Let me try to double click it. Yeah, I had to double click it. Okay, cool. And so double click docs. I don't know why I have to double click it because it's a hyperlink, but hey, whatever. And the one I'm looking for, here, let me sort. Can I sort? No, I can't sort. All right, well, here's the one I want. OCLA Outreach Team Contact Sheet - January 17 PDF. I'm assuming if I click this, all right, it put this file name into here. That's the one I want. Click OK. Oh my gosh, it just updated the hyperlink. Yay! And now you want, you're going to want to put a title. So let's put a title. Outreach Contact Sheet. Man, that was easy. And I click OK. Boom, that's updated. Let me save this change, and then if there's anything else we need to do, I will do it as well. So I'm clicking finished, and I'm going to now that I've updated it, you can see there's a file. It says file locked, comma modified. There's a key, and then which means that it's locked, and then there's a pencil that means it's been modified. So generally, the pencil shows up when it's modified but not yet published. The changes haven't been published. So I'm going to click Published. I have it selected. You got to select it first, and then I'm going to hit Publish, and it's going to open up the same little workflow window that it always does, and say, do you want Operation Review workflow, or would you like somebody to look over your shoulder and tell you what you did wrong? I just want to go straight to the Operation Review workflow. So I just leave the default, and then you put a comment, changed a hyperlink to the outreach contact sheet. Submit. And now it's submitted. Now I'm going to refresh the OCA page, and that change appears to have gone through because the pencil is gone, and so is the lock, or I mean the key that says that it's locked. And I just got an email that said successful promotion of OCA content, I believe. Successful promotion of OCA internet files. So that change has gone through. It's going to take a couple minutes, like 5 minutes, before the hyperlink is changed on the live version of the website. In the meantime, what else needs to happen? Oh yeah, see, because the first one, we just overwrote the file. So now that hyperlink didn't need to be changed. We just put a new file with the same name, and now it's just going to be pointing to the same location and finding the new file. The second one, I just changed the hyperlink, so that one's going to be good to go. What else needs to change? All right, my VA, or Military Cultural Awareness online course. Underneath that, you want another hyperlink. Oh no. All right, so let me go back into the index page, and yeah, and we're gonna add a bullet. Again, because this is a forms-based page, it's a lot easier. All the technical web mumbo jumbo that you were worried about, it's not really as big a deal as it is if you had to actually download these files and update them. So we're going here, and like I said, it's kind of like a Microsoft Word document. It should, if I go into this list, I've got it open again. If I go into this list and I click Enter, I'm hoping it would just add a new bullet, and it did. And what do you want it to call it? My VA. Do you want my space VA or my VA one word? Yeah, and is it lowercase m, lowercase y, or capital M, lowercase y? Okay. My VA what? Transformation update. And you sent me a link, you said? All right, just a second. My VA transformation update. Here's the link, va.gov/myva/docs/myva. All right, so let me copy that hyperlink. And all right, now I showed you how to edit a hyperlink, but now we're going to insert a new hyperlink. So again, kind of like Microsoft Word, I just highlight the text that I want to link, and I click the Insert or Edit Link button, and I just put a URL. It says URL. I just put it in here. I could try to search for it, but it's in a different location, so that's not going to work. You can search for your own files, but if you try to search all over the website, if you don't have access to another site, then you won't be able to do that. So I'm going to put that URL in here. Just simple copy and paste from the email that you sent me. Let me make sure it looks good to go. https://www.va.gov. Oh, by the way, I would recommend if you're doing if you're posting links and stuff, if you can try to include the HTTPS. I think it may be after they enforce HTTPS across the entire site. If you have a hard-coded HTTP link, that won't be updated, and so you might end up with broken links. What is the name of this document for a title? All right. Information update. Yeah, you are. And do you want that to open in a new window? Okay, so here's a choice that you can make. Basically, this is called the target attribute, and the target means, well, it refers to whether or not you want to open in, like you just want to navigate away from the current page that you're on and go to the new page for the link that the person is clicking on, or do you want this thing? Yeah, so if you want this thing to open in a new window, you click New Window, and at least in here. If you're actually editing the code, it would be target equals underscore blank. But you're not gonna have to worry about that. So don't worry about it. And now I just push OK, and there's a new hyperlink for you. What else? Mm-hmm. 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 All right, so you're asking to figure out how to get rid of this connect with us thing on the right. Now, that one's included as a part of the standard VA template. I'm not sure that I can take it off. Let me see if there's something I can do. I'm not sure what access I have right now to remove those. Those are called widgets, and they're part of the standard VA template sidebar. And it would be cool if I had access to just like get rid of them, right? uh, mhm. Yeah, that's not a widget. That's just content. Um, so hold on a second. Yeah, we can do that. All right. Yeah, and I think until we can get Josh to help us to remove the the widgets on the sidebar, That's probably going to be the best bet. So subscribe to receive OCLA email updates. And there's a little section. Now, do you want to do anything with this Congressional Liaison Service contact information, or is that pretty much good to go? All right, hold on. Let me read it too. All right, so we're capitalizing nations. That's done. The Office of Congressional and Legislative Affairs. For Department Management and Coordination of Congress. No, seems pretty good. I'm, I do, I do have one question though. Is the proper terminology to say involving the Congress when you're referring to just Congress elsewhere? So when you say the Office of Congressional and Legislative Affairs, OCLA, is a focal point for department management and coordination of all matters involving the Congress, like wouldn't it be okay just to say Congress? Was okay? Was that the one you think maybe? I was just like, really? Well, if you find it, let me know. It's like a 2-minute fix. It's no big deal. I'm not seeing anything showing up as like misspelled. Actually, it doesn't appear as though this thing has a spelling deal. Here's a fix. Open up Microsoft Word, new document, choose, and let's let Microsoft sort this out. Microsoft seems to be cool with this. So, cool. All right. No, we do not. We did. We do. Indeed. It is going to take approximately 5 to 10 minutes for after I click publish and go through this review operations review workflow, which I'm doing right now. Click next. Within the next 5 to 10 minutes, the changes should be published on the live website. Updated. Submit. And now it's just a matter of waiting. Also, when you, and this is something that will help you if you ever go into make changes on your own. Oftentimes, your browser will have a cached copy of the website, and it will not load a new version of the website right after you change it because it's like it's got a recent copy, so it's like its initial thing that it would do is just load the current copy because it downloads the web page to your computer. That's how you get stuff in your browser is it downloads the web page and all the content therein. So sometimes when you make a change and you'll get a little frustrated because you can't see the change Well, it doesn't mean it's not there. It means maybe you have to refresh your web or refresh your browser, or try a different browser, or clear the cache, clear your browsing history and whatnot, in order for the new. Basically, that kind of tells forces your browser to go and grab a new copy of the web page, download that, and then look at that. And so, if after 5 or 10, if after I would say after 10 minutes, if you don't see the new stuff, but you know you published it, then you're probably having an issue with your browser using the old version of the website. So you'll probably want to clear your browsing history for the last hour or two, if you can, and then try to reload it, or just use a different browser or a different computer, and that should tell you for sure whether or not the stuff is updated.